welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother, co-host, Angel. How you doing?
Good. Football was good this weekend. Oh my God, it was good.
It was a good day. The fall weather is kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as fall as where we live gets.
Yeah.
It was 70s.
They were inside.
Mid-70s.
Inside.
Angel's in a hoodie.
Football's on. It's a little cold outside. It felt like this is football season.
It felt like it. Week 2 almost in the books. As we record this podcast, Bears and Texans is happening. It's the battle we'd hope for, I think.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit. Over at Producer's Desk, double barrel action, registered Packer owner, and 605 and a good day. Gabe Tovar, AJ Woodson.
What up? What's
up, man?
Good day for you boys. Obviously, Packers got the dub.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling for you.
Yeah, LaFleur did a great job.
And the varsity's waiting for Monday Night Football.
Yep, we await. Hey, little fun fact. This is the third year in a row that the Philadelphia Eagles will play Kirk Cousins on Monday night of week 2.
Really?
And we have handled him both of those last 2 years.
Yes, we have.
So.
And then joining us as he does every Sunday, Terrell Thorogood, Mario Kart himself.
What up?
I like that shirt. Nostalgia.
Ooh, JC Penney.
Hey, man,
JC Penney. Where the hell did you find a JC Penney?
Those still around?
JC Penney in Southern California.
They do it different in Costa Mesa.
Yeah, it's a little different down in OC.
Episode 158 on today's episode. We're going to get into the news because there was unfortunately some injuries that we got to cover that happened over the weekend, even before the weekend got started. So we'll get into that. We have a news segment called Would You Look at That? Would you just look at it? Would you look at it? You guys remember that video? I know.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
We'll look at that. Would you just look at it?
Of course, we're going to hand out some benchies. Those are the sarcastic awards that it's evolved into so many things, that segment. But now it's just
fun.
Who do we really want to call out?
Yeah.
And that's what it is now. So we'll give out some benchies and then Ball Don't Lie, where we call it like it is.
Call it like it is. Exciting.
There are just some
week.
very telling things that happened on the football field this week.
We were watching a game. Well,
Some exposed teams.
We'll mention there was a game we watched, and we were literally watching. I mean, you're like, I don't like either of these teams or trust either of them, but someone's going to win today, and I don't like it.
Yep.
You know exactly
we'll
what
get
you're
into
talking
all
about.
of that. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining the show. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we welcome all of you to the YouTube
What is
channel.
happening?
Hi.
There it is.
He reworded it, so I was waiting for a
Did
pause.
I say it weird? I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry.
No. It still got out. It's out. You know.
Listen, if you're listening to Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks for listening to the podcast. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a review for that. And, of course, if you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, and X, go ahead and make sure you're sharing that and checking all those platforms because we have all sorts of stuff going up there every single day. Of course, following the show between the show. Check out benchshow.com. Greg just put an article up this weekend. Overreactions from week 1. Pretty good stuff. Looking forward to see how that ages.
There was a lot of overreactions, and then today during football, like, oh, that was kind of overreaction. They're just fine, actually.
And if you're following along with Greg's favorites, rough starts to the season.
So,
rough starts to the season.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's calibrating.
Yeah.
He's calibrating. He's figuring it out. Once he gets the lay of the land,
It's
cash,
on.
cash money.
Yeah.
Cash money. Okay, we're going to get to something that I wanted to call, we just look at it. We just look at that, and these are viral videos from some amazing things that happened on the football field. Let's pull the first up here. I believe this is a video, of someone who had maybe his best day as an NFL player. Kyler Murray balled out. Let's watch this.
Now they got him in slot. Murray's looking for pressure coming. Got away from Verse. Still on the
God, he's tiny.
Still on his feet. Throws to the end zone. And it's caught by Elijah Higgins for a touchdown.
That little person and the Cardinals absolutely destroyed the Rams. Marvin Harrison, welcome to the NFL.
Welcome.
Yeah. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Yeah, it just took a week,
4 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Seems pretty good. He seems pretty good.
So good for him. Malik Neighbors also welcome to the NFL. He also
Yeah.
showed up today. But Kyler Murray had a huge day.
Yeah.
The Cardinals had a huge day. You start to wonder, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Look, last year the Cardinals were good. Like, they didn't win a lot of games, but they were good. They were tough. They think they beat the Cowboys last year, too. This year, vibes are high. Marvin Harrison Jr. finally woke up. Kyler Murray running around, rushing finally.
He looks healthy. He looks good. He looks like young Kyler.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy who could have gone either play baseball or football.
And then the offensive line's playing well. James Conner's still rocking out. That offense looks pretty good. Kyler Murray, welcome back, dude. We've missed you. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's a little, little video game player.
Guys, what's our belief level in the Cardinals and Kyler Murray if he's playing like this?
Hasn't changed
Yeah, Gabe's been on. He's been on the
That's fair.
Cardinals.
He's been a Murray guy.
Yeah, we all have.
I'm starting to get there a little bit.
I like Murray just because this video isn't like I know it's a great highlight, but I feel like he's been doing this when he's been on. This is what his game is right here.
Yeah,
and
today
it's been working for him.
Today versus the Rams, 17 for 21, 266, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Good for you,
Just
Tyler.
some brutal shots at his height, though, still on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's the stuff people do.
It's completely fair though.
It doesn't even get old.
You know, him and Deuce Vaughn need a podcast. Oh, that's what we need.
Short Kings.
Short King podcast or something.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn's on the field a little bit, too.
He was really bad.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Yeah, I'm not scared of him either. He's the only football player in the world I'm not scared of. It's Deuce Vaughn.
We were watching that today, and he was in the backfield. We're like,
Good God.
who left the helmet on the freaking field?
Oh, stop.
There's
He's
no one in
little.
there.
Stop. He's little.
Shout out to Deuce Vaughn.
I got one more, and we gotta preface this one with the trash talk that happened before this game. Cincinnati and the Chiefs. We'll get into the game because wow,
Awesome.
Joe Burrow, welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, welcome. What's up, Joe? We missed you,
But
buddy.
Cam Taylor-Britt was talking some schmack to specifically the wide receiver core, specifically Xavier Worthy of the Kansas City Chiefs. Said, "Oh, he runs straight. He runs real fast when he runs straight. That's about it."
He's 100-something pounds.
And it's just such a beast, big dog move to after that go on the field and do stuff like this.
Yep.
Second and 14. Sound right. Again, going down the field. And what an interception.
What's most impressive?
He's guarding Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy is the fastest player in NFL Combine history. He is stride for stride.
Step for step.
Step for step with him.
Step for step with him.
Impressive. And then you just Odell'd him. You just mossed him in his face. Incredible play.
If you're listening to the podcast, we're watching a video of Cam Britt, like Angel said, running step for step with Xavier Worthy down the field and then going up with one hand and a clean one-hander, too.
Yep.
He snatched it. He snatches one hand and it brings it into the body, completes the interception, and just completely backs up all the schmack talk he's been doing. It's something to be applauded. I love it.
Yeah. Chiefs fans will say that they still lost. Either way, it's a good damn play. Just like seeing, like you said, shit talk that's backed up on the field.
Love it.
And that's the thing. Like when I saw him say that, I was like, oh no,
don't poke the bear.
Don't wake him up. Don't do it. And he backed it up.
Bengals just don't seem scared to do that to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're going to do it.
Did they pick off Mahomes 3 times today?
Twice.
Twice today, yeah.
Twice. Sacked him twice as well. They got to him.
They play them so well.
Yeah, it was a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Playoff atmosphere.
Definitely.
Don't know where that version of the Bengals was last week, but
Wasn't in New England. Tell you that.
that's 1-1. Oh, I wanted the Patriots to win so badly. All right, let's move on here. Let's get to this week's Monday's Benchies. All right, let's acknowledge the ridiculous music that we've chosen for this. Angel, Angel, go to get us started.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give the Bro Chill Out award to quarterback Will Levis. Bro, chill out.
Yeah.
Not every play needs to be a home run.
He's a wild animal.
Today, another turnover where it was not necessary, not needed. Threw it backwards to the right. Turnover. Will, chill the fuck out.
What did the coach say?
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Will,
That was pretty funny.
chill, Will, chill.
He's just a wild animal.
And now they got pictures, so they got the picture.
2 weeks in a row.
And now so we await week 3's picture.
Please don't bench him. I want to see a whole season of this.
He's like, we said today, he's like bad Carson Wentz.
He's a
Yeah,
bad
yep.
version.
Just a
Carson Wentz.
wild horse. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's mine. Mine is the "Where you at now, Benchy?" And it goes to all the keyboard warriors who were offended at the suggestion that Bo Nix might actually suck. Where you at now? Because he's really sucked. He's been absolute trash, and there's a lot of people come at you, and I'm gonna stand up for my guys.
Yeah. Listen, that's why I said cautiously optimistic, because you don't know. He could have all the accolades that you could possibly have in college. College is not the NFL. It's not the same. It does not always translate. So far in 2 games, I don't know what you can build on.
He threw 51 touchdown passes at Oregon. Watch football.
Yeah. Like,
Shut
educate
up.
yourself. You watch football, you dick. There's nothing good happens.
Here we go.
There he is. There he is.
Something. Yeah, I mean,
Terrell,
you're talking
speak up
about,
for yourself, yeah.
He's the most accurate quarterback in college football history. He threw the ball into the 10th row, it seemed like. That go route to Marvin Mims. I mean, wide open, nobody around him, and just threw it straight out of bounds. Like he clicked what is R3 or whatever on your Madden. Just chucked it out of bounds. that was an awful play. I mean, it just reminds me of like I just felt like we were watching Tebow time almost.
It's
Like,
bad.
It was pretty bad.
You can't even. But get a first down, throw it maybe further than 10 yards. He only had a couple completions like that. It's rough.
Yeah, the
That
whole
was rough.
offense. The whole offense is just like a major shit today.
Yeah. Over to the producer's desk.
All right, I'm kicking it off with the baby comeback.
Baby comeback.
And this might be a weekly thing. This
I like it.
This goes to our people that feel the need to let us know that they no longer want to subscribe to our content. And this one goes out to at tjruined.
What's up, TJ?
TJ felt the need to let us know. Numbers, record, unsubscribed. you lost all credit. Well, TJ, you lost all credit.
Yeah.
What's up, TJ?
So long, TJ.
Fuck you.
See you, bud.
We will accept your subscription again, though, if you do that.
Welcome back.
You always want. Maybe you're more of an audio guy. Yeah, maybe you're more of an audio
Podcast
guy.
should be more of a hobby.
Amazon Music.
Maybe YouTube's more of a hobby for you.
Yikes.
Gabe, you got one?
Yeah, I got one right here. I am going to give the Shimon Benchy to my boy Derek Carr. Not the best Michael Jackson impersonation I've ever seen, but
Not
it's
by
just
a long
it's
shot.
weird because
Did you see it?
It's weird because the last video I saw of him was him preaching in the street. So then it goes to him inside of the NFL end zone, like grabbing his crotch and
Clutching
trying to
his
kick in his
crotch.
foot. But
Like-
hey, I gotta.
Did we all see that?
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Did you see it, Terrell?
Yeah.
It is graphic. I mean, he really gets in there.
He gave it all.
He grabbed him more than MJ.
Yeah. Oh, you had to do that.
Is Derek Carr dating a black girl? Is that why this is happening?
There's something going on there.
He's a different man.
Yeah.
He's a different man.
Down
Again,
there,
it wasn't
down south.
it wasn't the best kick in the world, but he did it. Darn it.
Yeah. Election year Derek Carr is different. Yeah. For sure.
Standing up
He's
for-
fun.
Yeah.
I got another one here. You should be ashamed of yourself, Benchy goes once again to Daniel Jones, who threw his first touchdown pass in 363 days today.
Can't even clap for it.
Took a 363-day hiatus from throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. Daniel Jones. If Bo Nix didn't exist, if Bryce Young didn't exist, you would stand alone, my friend. But luckily enough, there's a lot of bad quarterbacks this year, and he's just the headliner. He also looks like an idiot.
Yeah. I don't want to get into the whole conversation, but who keeps their job longer, Terrell, Will Levis or Daniel Jones?
Oh, I mean, they're.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
That is a
Good
tough
one. That's a good
I mean, I
one.
think Will has some more splash plays. I
Yeah.
think he's just like you give him a little bit more time. But Daniel Jones, I mean, I think he's now thrown more touchdowns than pick sixes since. Oh, is my mic?
No, you're good. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Go.
Oh yeah, now he's thrown more touchdowns than pick sixes since signing that.
That's pretty good. Good
That's
for you.
Not bad. not bad at.
Listen,
not bad at all.
Listen, baby steps, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
You're almost there.
His faithful wife is pissed. I'm speaking of Brian Dable.
Yeah.
In the
On the post game interview. Oh my
Yeah.
God! Please play it right here.
okay.
Just
Guess more work for me.
Sorry.
Jeez.
shout to whoever. Yeah. That's Joey does all the editing.
Whoever
stuff.
it's Joey.
Yeah, it's me. You ass.
Joey.
Somebody will clean that up. We're the ones that gotta clean that up.
Put this clip right here in this area. I want it right
Freaking
here.
Angel. You'll be sound asleep too,
Yeah.
Dick. But no, describe it. I mean,
Okay, so someone asked him about his job security. He answered the question very, very snarky, as he always does. The next question comes. He's answering the question while looking at the previous guy, just mad dogging him the whole
staring
time.
at him.
It's like, bro, you're not a good head coach, and I think you know it.
He's so fired.
Now he's getting defensive. Now he's getting like, I don't know why you tied yourself to Daniel Jones. That's
he's so
your
fired.
fault.
Doesn't it seem like he's going to work for Bill Belichick next year, wherever Bill Belichick's coaching?
Yeah, probably.
He just seems like a Bill guy.
like a mad OC. That's all he kind of is.
Is that it, boys? What we got?
I got a Benchy here.
Go ahead.
I got the Benchy for respectfully. I'm not Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson. Tough. Justin Jefferson, that 97-yard touchdown. I mean, he just made the Niners defense just look silly on that play, and he backed it up. I mean, just like Cam Taylor-Britt, he said one of the coldest lines here leading up to it. Said,
Yep.
I'm not Garrett Wilson, and he just went off and cooked. So
Yeah, absolutely did.
Yeah, that was in. Someone asked him, "Oh, well, are you going to look at the coverage that they gave Garrett Wilson week 1?" I'm not Garrett Wilson. He's not Garrett Wilson. That's Justin Jefferson. He's a different animal.
Also, props to Sam Darnold, who threw it 60 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Sam
I
Darnold's-
mean, we slobbered
end zone.
over Anthony Richardson last week. Well, I shouldn't say slobbered over him.
Yikes.
Man, that is tough.
Poor choice of words on my part. We were very impressed with Anthony Richardson last week for throwing the ball 65 yards in the air. Sam Darnold, rebirth?
Yeah, we called it on this show. We said that the Vikings and Sam Darnold might be in the playoffs.
And then we always love Jay Jettis. All right, that's Monday's Benchies. Always a good time. Let's get into the news. All right, let's get into the news here. And unfortunately, a lot of this news is some of our favorite players going down. So let's jump into it. The Chiefs are placing wide receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown in IR and will undergo surgery to repair his dislocated SC joint. After multiple imaging studies, it was determined that although Hollywood felt better, his injury was not healing correctly. Without corrective surgery, he would risk a more serious long-term injury. Surgery is scheduled for Monday, and he's out for the season.
Yeah.
So Hollywood Brown, we're never going to see it this year anyway. Him and Patty Mahomes, what that could have been, and it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. So is there a possibility that he can come back for the postseason? Is that or is that just like
The original wording was that he won't play in the regular season, so I do think that's a
Oh,
possibility.
that'd be nice. Nice little boost. But this sucks because he's, as a player, he's losing a whole year.
Yeah, and although Worthy has definitely like jumped on the scene, he's not ready to do what Hollywood Brown could have done for them.
Yeah.
That veteran, because Hollywood Brown's a speedster for sure.
Yeah.
But he has a full route tree.
Yeah.
He could do it all.
He's a more sophisticated wide receiver at this point for sure. He's also on a 1-year contract, so you kind of wonder, man, next year you're gonna get. I think he signed for 1 year, $5 million this year.
I feel like they'll
less.
bring him back.
Yeah, but not for the same number, probably, right? Like 1 year, 2, because you just came off a major injury.
Yeah, but where else? I mean, if you need to reestablish your value, where else are you going to do it better? Than.
But that
than
sucks.
Chiefs.
This sucks because you wanted to see it, all the hype was building up off season, and then just for this to happen, this sucks.
Terrell, question for you: confidence in the Chiefs' weaponry minus Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I like what they have. Worthy's nice, and Rashid Rice, he's playing really well. I think he's playing a little bit better than he was a year ago. So, and then you got Patrick Mahomes back there, so he's going to make the most out of what he has. So he's in the Tom Brady category. So guys who can just make something out of nothing. So, but I like Rice. I like their weapons. I don't have any doubt in the Chiefs' weapons.
Just a little note here: Pacheco was seen in a walking boot and crutches after the game, so
Not great.
He
That's
could be
not
losing a couple of weapons here just in week 2. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's move ahead here to another absolute star who's going to be going on IR. The 49ers officially placing All-Pro running back Christian McCaffery on IR due to calf tightness and even more scary, Achilles tendonitis. That does not sound
Two words
good.
you don't want combined.
He'll miss the next 4 games. Although the next 4 games he is missing, you kind of get the idea why. They're going to play they played the Minnesota Vikings. Underestimated them just a little bit.
A little bit.
They're going to play the Rams, who's pretty beat up themselves. New England, who has looked much better than we think.
But still beatable.
Beatable. And then the Arizona Cardinals. So I think maybe 2 days ago, that looked a lot more inviting than it does today.
Yeah.
Like, that actually looks like a decent schedule here. Jordan Mason filling in. He's been fantastic. Another 100-yard day today.
Yeah.
But CMC, the guy we think is, MVP candidate, going to miss 4 games. And at least.
Yeah, we suggested. I saw the report. They might be 6 weeks.
Yeah, yep.
But we suggested them put him on IR.
Why not?
Because you're gonna be there in the NFC title game anyway. You guys always are.
Yeah.
Rather you have a healthy CMC than risk anything. So, yeah, Fred Mason's good. He's a solid back. You lost today, but I think you'll figure it out. Shanahan's a smart head coach. He'll figure it out.
Quick.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah,
Do you guys believe in the Madden curse at this point?
You know what?
That's
You
wish
know
you didn't
what?
say
It
that.
just keeps coming.
It's this is damning evidence against it.
Texans just wrapped a victory. They're going to be 2-0, the only 2-0 team in that division. Can you guys grab a box score real quick and just give us some highlights after this next story here? And the next one was a big one, dropped on us on Sunday morning. JaMarr Chase says he has no plans to renegotiate a long-term deal this season with Cincinnati per sources. Now, when you first hear that, it's obviously jarring because you think, oh, my God, they're going to lose JaMarr Chase.
Yeah.
But Spotrac, which if you follow them on Twitter, they are just the know-it-all for all contract situations. They gave some reason to why this actually makes sense for him to hold off negotiations. The first is Justin Jefferson's $35 million per year will be worth $37 million against a $270 million cap. So basically, might be worth a little more next year.
Yeah.
Also, his cap hit spikes to $21 million from $9 million this year, so a little more pressure on the team, so a little more leverage there. And also, the biggest one maybe is T. Higgins 21.8 comes off the books, so Bengals have some more money to spend and he will absolutely destroy the bank.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, there was a report also that was like that he believes that the Bengals misled him. They probably did. They're probably just saying, like, let's just talk about it all summer.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Yeah, we'll get done. Just relax.
We're so close.
We're trying to get T done first. We're trying to get your boy done first. They're just this sucks because you're kind of pissing off two players, but
Yeah, also keep out that he took out a $50 million insurance policy against potential
Injury.
earnings lost for his injury. So
weird.
just another weird contract situation with the star player. Looks like we're already set up for next summer with JaMarr Chase and the Bengals.
Yeah, this year I think we were annoyed about Brandon Ayuk. Next summer, wait for the JaMarr Chase drama. God, it's gonna be everywhere.
He found out he couldn't bend over backwards, so he needs some time to train.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Well, he needs some time to train.
Yeah.
There was muscle tightness.
They didn't sign anyone.
He was bluffing completely. Like that's a complete bluff. Like I'm gonna bend.
I can't do it, but next summer I'll get there.
Yeah, they literally didn't sign anybody.
Let's be honest, he's a little older. There's no guarantee.
He's getting back up after that bend over.
Well, no, that he'll
Oh, okay.
around.
I'm just saying.
Is your contract?
Kind of older. Is your
It's your life contract.
big contract?
Does he have an insurance policy?
Is he gonna die?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
What we're saying.
We're leading there.
I'm like,
Let's move on here.
Yeah.
God, I don't want to go straight to this story now, but we will. Tua Tagovailoa suffered another concussion. We all saw it Thursday night's game, and as soon as we saw it, all of our minds went to the same place. Oh yeah, he really struggles with this.
he's concussed. Yes.
He had a whole year last year, no concussion. There was some discussion, like, is he going to retire? A lot of ex-players coming out saying, listen, bro.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I
you're
think
done.
Antonio Pierce, head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders, said that he should retire. Care about your family.
Number of players. Yeah.
His head coach said we shouldn't be asking him about this because obviously it's a big deal. I think the fifth one in 4 years, right?
Yeah. Another story came out this morning, though, that Tua's not done playing. He's going to come back. He wants to come back. And
Yeah, it's
I think what's super scary about this is that it wasn't even like a big hit or anything.
Yeah, but it was also a play that,
He could have avoided.
I mean, you have no business making.
Exactly.
Like, why are you lowering a shoulder on a linebacker?
it was Hamlin.
On Hamlin. Oh, yeah, Hamlin, which is
This is
very ironic.
this is turning into a
Flirting with death right now, man.
complicated
Anyone
situation.
want to tackle that one? Or?
This man has literally kissed death.
Now he's just handing it out.
You're coming with me.
Chopping up heads, taking names.
Oh, dear. We're riding the line, boys. We're right on that line.
We should move on as fast as we can.
Okay, let's move on here. Missing today's game against the Titans. Speaking of Haason Reddick, holdout continues. The edge rusher will forfeit the chance to earn roughly another $800,000. $800,000. Just no, thank you. You know what I would do with $800,000? Bastard.
What a
Bringing his losses to the season in fines, under and salaries, and bonus to $8 million that he's given up so far. And to tag along with this story, the Jets lost their best pass rusher today in Jermaine Johnson. Ruptured his Achilles is what people believe is going to happen. It'll be confirmed probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so they lose another pass rusher. Hassan's just sitting there. My question, Terrell, would you just pay Haason now?
Yeah, I mean, it's time to sign the guy. I mean, look, the moral of the story here is sign your guys. You know, like you thought you were gonna. He obviously didn't want to be in Philly. He wanted the money. So the Jets you thought, well, he doesn't want the money in New York. Pay the guy. Pay the guy the money. You need the star power on defense. What do you do?
This $8 million. Does he just say, like, listen, you really need me now? So the $8 million I missed out on, I need you to go and tack that onto the contract as a signing bonus, and let's play.
Yeah, Haason Reddick. It's a weird situation because of Jermaine Johnson's terrible injury. He's now in a great position.
Sucks for him, by the way.
Yeah.
Came through JUCO.
Yeah,
Like, did it the hard way.
It was his third year in the league. Everyone kind of saw, envisioned him taking a different step. Plays for a good defense now. He's,
And that team was crazy emotional.
Yeah,
They were a lot of tears shed when Jermaine Johnson left.
Yeah, that sucks. And then you know what's gonna suck is that you're gonna replace him with this guy who just has been holding out all offseason, been a crazy distraction.
Well,
for
if it's not Haason Reddick, then Will McDonald's gonna have a hell year in his second year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ready for that either. Before we move on with the news, let's go to that box score. Of course, the Texans beat the Bears, and how'd it go, AJ?
All right, so we finished with the score 13-19. Texans come out with the win. C.J. Stroud, 23 for 260 with the touchdown. Caleb Williams, 23 for 174, 2 picks.
No touchdowns again?
No
So he
touchdowns,
still
and
hasn't thrown a touchdown.
not great picks. They were. I mean, not that there's a good pick, but
Yeah.
they could have been avoided. DeAndre Swift goes 14 for 18.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
He was
At least they rushed to sign him day one of free agency.
No, we don't want Saquon. We want DeAndre Swift.
And then on the other side, Joe Mixon went down a little early. So Cam Akers comes in 7 carries for 32 yards.
Hello, waiver wire.
Best pass catchers of the day, DJ Moore 6 for 53. And on the other side, Nico Collins 8 for 135 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Is so good.
He might have freaking arrived.
They compared him today to Andre Johnson. At first, I was like, "No, you're kidding me." And then you put them side by side. You're like, "Oh my God."
I said Josh Gordon.
He's because
I was
he's
like, he reminds me of Josh Gordon.
He's 6'4", 220, whatever. But he's a smooth athlete.
Yep.
He's good to catch. He's deceptively fast.
That's the thing, deceptively fast. He's a big dude.
Yeah,
and
when
then
he gets
takes
going,
off.
Collinsworth was infatuated with him. But one of the points he made was like when he gets going, he's covering so much ground.
Yeah.
Like with those long strides and just that big butt. He's fun to watch. And I'll just listen, this is one of the reasons I'm not fully on board with Stroud made Nico Collins, right? I mean, do you think it's kind of a help each other type thing?
Yeah. It's
Not taking anything from Stroud,
No.
but what were we sitting on in Houston for all those
Right.
years?
Yeah, they also drafted pretty well. They developed him, I guess, and they made him into a star. Also, now I'm like, I don't think you need a Stephon Diggs.
No. How does Stephon Diggs do?
Stephon Diggs, 4 for 37. Tank Dell had 1 catch for -3.
Tank Dell dropped one that he could take into the house.
Yeah, he had a big But I think next year, Diggs. We'll see you later. We got this guy who's 25 next year.
What stood out to me is that these defenses look fantastic.
Bears look great.
The Bears defense looks really good. The secondary is complete.
Yep.
But Kamari Lassiter, the rookie, looked really, really good. I think he had at least 1 pick today.
Yeah, he had a pick. Yeah, he had a pick late.
So these defenses are gearing up.
Are you worried about Caleb Williams?
Now, second start, he looks. It's so weird. Like he looks better than his box score. Like he looks in control. He's not doing like terribly erratic things.
Yeah.
Throwing down the field has been a problem. So, you hate to see that. And you also would think that with the amount of weapons around him, it would be better. I do think he's holding on to the ball a little much. I don't know if that's the offensive line but he's constantly running for his life.
Yeah, he
has some things to work on.
He's
for
like
sure.
you said, like playing. I was like, no, he's played way better than he did week 1. And then you look at the box score, like, oh shit, he threw.
Yeah, I mean last week he threw for 96 yards, so
At least he improved on that.
technically better.
Yeah.
But my point from last week was they handed him too much too soon. He's not that guy yet.
Yeah.
And he definitely will be, but they should have. Shane Waldron just basically said, "You're the coach on the field. He's making checks. He's doing everything, and he might just be not ready for that."
Yeah, you saw on the field tonight, C.J. Stroud's ready for that kind of stuff. Caleb Williams isn't. That's not a knock. Just he has 1 more year on him. That's just takes time. So Bears, but they're 1-1.
Yeah, I think he just needs to put the ball in the hands of his weapons. I think he's trying to do, like I said, he's trying to do too much out there, and they're giving him everything. I think because they tagged that generational quarterback tag on him, even like Trevor Lawrence too. I think just pump the brakes on these guys. Like you put all these weapons around him, just give him the ball.
Yeah.
Like let them make him look good. So
I agree. Okay, that's the news. That is our little mini Sunday Night Football recap. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into our Monday segment. Ball Don't Lie. Be right back. This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats, quality hats for quality dads. All right, let's get into Ball Don't Lie segment where we tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
How we saw it on the field. I'll get us started. And I had a Friday's questions, Sunday's answers where I said, are we going to see signs of life in Cincinnati? And I'm happy to announce there is life.
There is life.
In Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, he is risen. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Whoa. Wow. I don't back that one.
Listen, resurrection is a widespread idea across many different religions. Joe Burrow looked really, really good today. 258, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They lose by 1 point only to the Chiefs. I thought they were going to get blown out. I thought Carson Wentz was going to enter this game. I was kind of excited about that. But why? Because I just love Carson Wentz. But the defense picked off Mahomes twice, sacked him twice, and they looked pretty good, doing it. So losing by 1 to the Chiefs in Arrowhead with Taylor Swift in the house, that makes it much tougher when she's there. I was impressed by this loss. I hate to say that, but right?
Yeah, I had them winning this game, and I was very confident in that pick, and obviously they didn't win, that PI call at the end. However you want to classify that as, whatever. The Bengals and Burrow played well. You didn't see that week 1. You kind of saw a team that kind of was almost like forced to play football week 1 because there's so much drama. This one, like, they wanted to be there, and you could tell. Yeah, it was very, very encouraging.
Burrow looked good. He looked healthier. He had no problem picking up any water bottles that I saw.
Yeah.
I was watching on the sideline. He looked really good.
He also threw the football pretty well.
Yeah, also threw the football really well, but that's not important. How do you pick up the water bottles? That's what we're paying attention to.
Yeah, give him a water bottle.
Still doesn't have T. Higgins. JaMarr Chase was out there, but I don't think he had a huge game. Leading receiver was Mike Gesicki.
His tight ends were going
tight end. I think 7 catches, 91 yards.
Yep.
So
the tight ends are going.
He used everyone on the field. I was pretty impressed. Didn't get much from the running game, so a lot of Joe Burrow here, and good. We can rest.
Yeah, we can rest.
Cincinnati, you can take a breath. We're gonna be okay.
Who are they playing next week?
Although they're 0-2 now.
Get them in the playoffs, man.
I don't know who they're playing next week. You guys look at who the Bengals play next
but,
week.
For you.
But still, like, you're right. Like, you saw a team that was like, where like you were almost like reminded. Oh, this is why we think of them as one of the top tier teams in like the league, because they can play offense and defense. They're very situational.
Right.
They just lost it at the end.
Hendrickson a couple sacks today.
Henderson looked great.
Probably should pay him.
They haven't paid him yet.
Who are they playing?
Commanders Monday night.
Oh, that's a win. That's a dub.
There you go.
They're gonna look great next week.
They look fantastic.
In front of the nation.
In Cincinnati too.
Burrow in primetime. Oh God, sweet.
In the nation's capital.
Yeah.
Check the roof for snipers. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
very.
Yeah. Yeah. But don't lie. The Saints are cooking, and I don't understand it.
What is happening? Listen, telling you, election year, Derek Carr is different.
The Saints have scored on every possession that Derek Carr is at quarterback.
Oh, my
15 for 15. No. They have outscored their opponents 91-29. Week 1 they won 47-10. Week 2 they won 44-19. They have 881 total offensive yards. Alvin Kamara went for 4 touchdowns today. I don't know where the fuck that came from. If the season ended today, they would be hosting the playoff game. I think it's as a number 1 and number 2 seed. I don't understand what's going on. I don't believe it, but they're 2-0. And they beat the Cowboys. I know one's Carolina, but the Cowboys are like a real football team.
We were so wrong on them.
We were laughing.
Good thing homeboy unfollowed, because he would have for sure unfollowed.
He was gone either way.
The Saints.
I don't know. I don't get it.
So new OC.
Yeah.
We need to give this guy some shine. Kubiak, baby Kubiak.
Baby Kubiak.
Do we know his name?
Clint.
Okay. Clint Kubiak. He's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on top of.
He's gonna be
all.
sought after for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Not if they're smart. Fire what's his name? Who
Dennis Allen.
his face doesn't move.
Yeah.
And hire this guy.
He's phenomenal. Derek Carr. That offense. Shaheed. Olave.
He's dancing. He's trash talking.
Olave hasn't even gotten going yet, and they're still putting up points. I know Kamara has, but
no.
like, and that offensive line, we were trashing it because it's going to be shit, but it's actually pretty decent. Like, defense is playing well. I don't know what's happening down there.
Terrell, explain why we were so wrong on these things.
I mean, I don't even I don't even know. I mean, we literally all unanimously said this team will be at the bottom of the NFL by the end of the season, and they might be hosting a Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl's in
it's
New
in New
Orleans.
Orleans.
Oh,
Like,
that's
they
why
would
this is
play-
happening.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
team of destiny. That's why. I get it. I get it now. It makes sense.
Man, that
makes
makes
sense.
the fact that Kendrick Lamar was chosen over Lil Wayne even worse.
Yeah.
Because it could be the Saints and Lil Wayne.
But now it's Kendrick.
But I digress. Boys, Saints. Are you more surprised with Derek Carr or the just the resurrections happening around the league? Now, Alvin Kamara, again, good at football.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple weeks ago we had that thing up with the teams that were at the bottom, and who we said is going to be there next year.
Right.
All of us said. I don't even think we talked about the Saints.
I think I said for sure they'll. They might even move up this list.
Football is a weird sport.
Yeah.
You just
Well, that thing
don't
we were
know.
mocking them about. He was saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl, whatever. We're like, yeah, that's what Saints fans still believe that.
Yeah,
They're thinking, they're believing now.
And yet we're like, but watch out for the Panthers.
Did you see what their fan base did today after the game?
They probably burned this.
They
thing
literally
down.
had a marching line
Saints,
down the
yeah.
street, like, and playing when the Saints come march in. Like, the fans got
They had a
together
New Orleans
and-
style parade in
and
Dallas.
there you go, and took over the whole street.
There were so many victory laps from his fans. Like, I told you Derek Carr was good. You guys laughed at us, and now look what's
They
happening.
haven't got Olave going. They haven't had Taysom Hill going. One of my favorite players.
Yeah, they're winning 2-0.
Yeah.
Don't get it. Won't
You
understand
know
it.
who's look good for them too? Chase Young.
Chase Young's look good.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I thought he was lazy, and now he's like he's on a 2-0 team.
That's all he needed for motivation. He needed to play for the Saints.
He has a better record than
Got
his former.
bored in San Francisco.
He has a better record than his former team, the 49ers.
God, Terrell, what you
Wild.
Ball don't lie. Jim Harbaugh's the real deal. I mean, he has the Chargers looking like a legitimate force.
Absolutely.
I mean, they look good. They dominated the Panthers. They dominated the Raiders. I mean, they're outscoring their opponents. They have 4 more touchdowns than their opponents in their games. 11 more first downs than their opponents as well, and they have 7 more on third down conversions. That's where they're doing well. So, look, Jim Harbaugh, he's won everywhere where he's been at. Looks like he's going to do it again with the Chargers. I think that's all they needed was just someone. And I mean, just seeing him week 1, getting Justin Herbert hyped up on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, he'll make you run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Chargers, are they back?
Well, I'll tell you who is back, and that's my other ball don't lie. So I'll just pick it back with yours. J.K. Dobbins is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like back. Last week, 10 carries, 135 yards. Today, 17 carries, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. He's averaging 9.99 yards per carry. I said too many nines there. 9.9 yards per carry.
Holy crap.
Holy hell. 9.9 yards per carry on the
Get that
season.
man an IV.
Through 2 games, 27 carries, 266 yards. Absolutely tearing it up. As Terrell said, 2-0, tied for the lead, AFC West, with the Kansas City Chiefs. So,
Pretty good.
Yeah.
wow.
And like people will say, well, the Raiders aren't great. The Raiders just beat the Ravens today, so that kind of balances that out. So yeah, it's good for the Chargers.
And
like, non-drama winning teams are good for the NFL.
And all this team needs to do to be a success for where they are, like in their rebuild, is beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. And they look good while they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we praised the Raiders for the same thing at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Like, they just won games. None of us were paying attention or cared who they were beating. They were just winning games, and we weren't used to that. So, props to the Chargers, man. I hope they keep it up because
It's fun.
2 Harbaughs being good. Well, 1 Harbaugh being good. We'll see what those Ravens.
Chill.
But it's fun. It makes the NFL interesting.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. They're in. Now they're not gonna be outshined. I mean, fan base wise, because the Rams they share a stadium. Try to add a little balance. Try to add a little balance there. I know they're a Super Bowl behind, but maybe try to add a little balance.
Good.
Yeah, ball don't lie. The Buccaneers weren't just a one-year wonder. I'm so on board here. Today they beat the Lions 20-16. Last week they beat the Commanders 37-20. Baker Mayfield 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, throwing 73%. QBR of 129. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans still doing his thing. Defense playing well. Like we were worried, and I think we all picked the Lions to win.
Yeah.
And then they came out like they're actually playing them pretty well. They match up well. Baker played tough, not great. He played tough. This team, I believe in this team. This is how I should believe in the Saints, but I believe in the Buccaneers like just on 100%.
Yeah, a rematch of the second round playoff game last year, but the Lions won that time. This time the Chiefs. The Bucs returned the favor. Baker did come down to earth a little bit. I think 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but just kind of was a gamer.
Yeah.
Was running the ball a lot, juked the pants off of Malcolm Rodriguez.
That's pretty
That was
embarrassing.
really bad. And he's just kind of a fun guy to root for because he's kind of just a regular dude. Like, he'll 100% just have a regular job after this, like bagging groceries.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
exactly what I was going to say.
You know
You're
what I'm
bagging
saying?
groceries.
But he's just a fun guy to watch. Godwin is all the way back from that injury. I think in over 100 yards today. They keep surprising. Like, I'm not there yet with them because Baker has just been in the league so long and just been kind of average to below average for so long. But what happened in that night in LA where he turned around his career, apparently, signs with the Bucs for a year, then gets a 3-year deal. Now here he is beating the Lions in week 2. tied for the lead in the NFC South.
The Bucs picked off Goff twice. Defense played well. Yeah, it's the Bucs.
What's happening in the NFC South right now?
Look, there's an awakening, except for in Carolina. There's an awakening. The Saints and the Bucs are saying, like, they probably heard so much shit about the Falcons this offseason. They're like, well, let's remind them who was good last, who was fighting for playoff spot last year.
Yeah.
And neither one of those teams really like made any drastic changes. They added a couple guys, lost a couple guys, but they didn't. I mean, like the Falcons bringing a whole new quarterback, whole new offense, and head coach. Like these are basically the same teams from last year. They're showing up this year.
Yeah, crazy.
It's awesome.
I got one more here. Ball don't lie. We need to be patient with Anthony Richardson. I think because of the fantasy implications that he brings, we sometimes confuse that in real football. So far, Anthony Richardson, or today, he was 17 for 34, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions. When we talked about them playing the Packers last week, this is what we talked about. That Packers defense looks like it's going to be a ball-hawking secondary, as it usually is, and they took advantage of his experience today. I think they looked really good, and in turn, Anthony Richardson looked a little careless. Colts are now 0-2. Anthony Richardson through 2 games, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and only 10 carries, which was surprising. Only 10 carries through 2 games for 93 yards and a touchdown. And a reminder that Anthony Richardson has started 13 games in college and now 5 in the NFL. This is only his 18th game playing football in either college or the NFL. I think we need to wait on this kid. We need to let it season because when he was drafted, we knew this is a project long-term. And I think when he came in, he was a little better than we thought. And I think coming into this year, we thought, oh, yeah, he's just going to be poof, really, really good Josh Allen type, quarterback. And we just got to be patient with him.
I don't know why. When you said he needs time, I immediately went, oh, that's what they said about Trey Lance. But I'm not comparing him to Trey Lance.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
No, I shouldn't. But I'm just saying, yeah, he looked fine. I think him and Adonai Mitchell need to connect at some point. There's so many points in the game where Adonai Mitchell's open and they just haven't found that chemistry yet. Yeah. Him and Alec Pierce have a clear chemistry, obviously. Yeah, they just haven't gotten used to this new offense. I thought they looked fine. I thought run the ball more, though. 34 times is too much.
I think John Taylor had 10 carries and over 100 yards.
Yeah.
They just stopped giving him the ball.
On the start of the fourth quarter, you didn't even see him out there, even on crucial plays, like 3rd and short and stuff. He wasn't even out there.
Yeah, I think on the 2-minute drive.
The goal line.
The goal line, it was number 27. I'm blanking out on his name. Is that Trey Sermon?
Trey Sermon.
Running back Trey Sermon, yeah.
Why is Trey Sermon out there in these crucial downs when you just paid Jonathan Taylor's a top 5 back?
And even like some of the throwing concepts, like a lot of down the field throwing, I get that he can do that. We saw it last week, but that's not an offense. No. That's an aspect of an offense. You can't just hope for a home run every single time. Although Alec Pierce is playing really well. I think get him in a little more of a system, get him a little more rhythm, and you have Jonathan Taylor run the ball over and over again.
Yeah, look at the opposite side of the field today in Green Bay. They ran the ball a ton of times. Just do that. You don't have to be as dramatic as not throwing the ball, more than 30 times, but don't throw it 34 times. That's
It's way too much.
Was it 34?
I think it's 34.
How many completions was it?
17.
Vegas, the line was 16.5.
Vegas.
This stuff with Vegas this year is a little too fishy for me. It's crazy.
There was a stat. Aaron Rodgers' rushing line was 1.5. He got 2 yards rushing.
The Chiefs Bengals game. The
total score.
Yeah, they hit it right on the mark. I forgot what it was, but
Reminds you of the movie Casino, like the house always wins.
Yep,
With the mob, like
yes,
are we just following a sport that's all fixed and we think it's not fixed? But whatever. I'm not
Either
getting
way,
that.
it's a great time.
Either way, it's a great time.
I'm still watching.
Terrell, anything to worry about in Indianapolis? 0-2 Colts with Anthony Richardson.
I think I don't know. I think it's like a combination with like even the other outside of CJ Stroud, all of those other quarterbacks in the AFC South. They're just kind of like ticking time bombs. I feel like they have their good moments, they have their good plays, but then they also can blow up at any moment. So, yeah, like we said, he's a project. They got to take their time with it. But outside of, they just got to stick to their running game.
Yeah,
that's what they got to stay with.
I think I was even thinking like I wonder if they need to almost not like you're going to tank this season, but eat a year and like we need this guy to have a season in the NFL,
just develop
to go through it and maybe not low. I mean, you're always going to win a Super Bowl and all that. I get it. But maybe that's not the main thing this year. Maybe the main thing is let's develop our franchise quarterback and not try to just go get it all every play.
Yeah, he's interesting to follow because you see the talent. It's just raw as hell.
Yeah.
So you have to slow play that. But look, Josh Allen got good when he was third, fourth year. Sometimes quarterbacks just take a little longer.
Before I let us go today, most surprising 0-2 team, okay? Because we talked about the Colts. I'm surprised by that, but now you look at it, you think, okay, maybe our expectations were a little high for Anthony Richardson. Other 0-2 teams, okay? The Los Angeles Rams, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. What name of those 5 stand out to you?
Jeez.
Well, obviously Baltimore. But that's kind of we've seen those games today. They shouldn't have lost against the Raiders. But the Rams, I thought the Rams were better than 0-2. Just injuries just zap the life out of because they played well in both games. They just haven't won. Well, except for today.
We were looking to see how is McVay gonna navigate these injuries game plan wise, and so far no good. We were also looking to see how Matt LaFleur was gonna do it. He did really well.
Which means that it's possible. So like he just hasn't found the right combination. But the Ravens would probably headline that list of 0-2.
Is it Ravens for you guys?
It's definitely Ravens for me. That's shocking, especially like you said. You got the Chiefs opening, go either way. They lost to the Raiders today at home.
I think for me, it's more the Bengals. I know we didn't have a lot of hope in them, but I thought for sure the Bengals would just come. I mean, you play the Chiefs week 2, but
But then you flip it. The Patriots week 1.
Yeah, so it's like, why? How are you not winning at least one of those games?
Terrell, most surprising 0-2 team.
For me, it's the Jags. I mean, considering
Oh my
you
God.
had it's the Jags. I mean, look, you had a team who was they were 8-5 last year. They spiraled at the end of the season. They won a playoff game the year before. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the generational quarterback, and he has not really been that. So,
yeah.
I mean, Jacksonville. I feel like they should be at least 1-1, but to be 0-2, I think they might finish at the bottom of that division too. So that's kind of surprising.
Jacksonville, 6 straight losses now, including last year. The only one more than that is Daniel Jones with 7 straight losses.
But don't you dare blame Trevor Lawrence. It's not his fault.
Well, it's interesting because Gabe was comparing the two guys earlier this year.
It's not his fault, guys. It's not Trevor Lawrence's fault.
I don't know.
He sucks.
They did pay. Oh, wasn't it Trevor Bank Day?
Yeah, it was Trevor Bank Day.
Oh,
and-
it was. Yeah.
Didn't the game end in a safety or something? Oh, God.
That's a rough Trevor Bank Day.
Look, man, don't do that again. That you just jinxed the whole day.
Don't have that day.
Don't do that.
I think for me, it's the Rams. I had high hopes for the Rams.
Yeah.
I think it's, I guess, less surprising because you could just point straight at injuries.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp goes down today too as well, so their season's in danger now.
Yeah.
Not good.
Nope.
And Matthew Stafford's older. We don't know how much longer Cooper Kupp's going to play. Having a real hard time staying healthy.
Yeah.
And so, kind of a sad thing there. They lose the opener to the Lions. They lose half their team, and then today they just get absolutely boat raced by a divisional opponent who seems like their arrow is up. So.
Yeah.
I think it's probably for me hits the hardest with the Rams.
Yeah. It's the easiest to believe in the Carolina Giants in Denver.
Yeah.
Very easy. Watch a game. Like, I know why you guys suck.
All right, guys, that's our show today. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 158. We will see you Wednesday with a Monday night recap. As I say that, remember, catch our Monday night preview, also posted today, or on audio as well. So check that out. We'll see you Wednesday. Bye.
Peace.